Hi, welcome to BlindOwl Bushcraft and Survival. Today I'm going to do something a little different. Today I'm going to cook some fried potatoes in a rocket stove, and while my potatoes are cooking I'm going to talk about a few different products for you that you can use in your travels and stuff. I'll be right back. Thanks. Alright, I'm back. This is a rocket stove. This rocket stove here is made out of concrete, and I made it in a plastic barrel and put in I think it's a 4-inch PVC pipe that I cut at a 45-degree angle, and put the two pieces together so that they met at a right angle down the bottom. And I cut a hole in the side of the plastic barrel and then slid that one through and then put the other one down until they met. And they didn't meet exactly perfect. I don't know if you can see in there or not. There's a little bit of rough cement in there, but close enough. And if you want to make a rocket stove, look it up on the internet. There's a special formula for the distance in and the distance up to get the perfect draft, and that's available anytime on the internet, no problem. So what I'm going to use here is I'm going to use very small sticks, some tissue paper, and I got a couple pieces of typing paper over here. I'm going to put in here to get a fire going, and then you feed your other sticks in through the hole, and then you just keep feeding them in, and the distance between the hole and the top is just about right. If you have a good wood, that the flames will just barely be licking your pot. And here I have little stainless steel bolts to set the pot on. But this thing works absolutely fabulous. It burns about 1/3 of the wood that you'd burn on an open fire. And you can make these out of tin cans. You could make one in the side of a hill, kind of like a Dakota stove. You know, it's very simple. And I'll be right back. Let me get it stoked up here, and we'll give it a light. All right. Well, I jammed some that piece of tissue paper in there, some little sticks, a couple pieces of copra netting in there. You don't want to get it too tight in there. You want to make sure there's enough air for it to flow through. I don't know if I have it like that or not. I'm just going to use a piece of typing paper to light her up. Looks like it might be going. And then I like to feed a little bit of wood down through the top a little bit till I get a little bed of coals going. But it's a very efficient stove. And once it gets going, you're using your wood sliding in from the side. There's no smoke at all, or very little. Yeah, the flames are just starting to come up a little bit. Because there's a nice draft in it, it burns very well. Alright, that should burn down into a nice bed of coals to get it going. we just take a few sticks. I like to push them all the way in until they hit the back of the stove. Hopefully the coals will go down on top of those and get those going. So let's put it out. You see they're already starting to go just a little bit. Kind of put them in there and lean them up on top of the coals that are in there. That way we know they're going to start, hopefully. And you can make a really cool rocket stove where you angle this hole down, and you can just drop your logs, your sticks in there, and they'll just kind of self-feed. Let's see what we got now. See, now we got a pretty good fire going. The only hassle with this stove is you have to keep feeding the wood into it. Alright, let's see. The next step will be, let's slice up some potatoes. Now, you might think this isn't bushcraft, but I'll beg to differ in a second. I'll show you why. As I have my salt and pepper, bamboo spatula, a couple potatoes, and a real nice stainless steel pan. And this is a pan that our friend Alex sent us a long time ago. This is a beautiful pan, Alex. This is absolutely a restaurant quality pan, solid stainless steel, solid handle, absolutely wonderful. Now, I'm going to use a slicer. You might think, well, that's not very bushcrafty. Well, I carry in my bug out bag, and in all my bug out bags, all three of them, one for each one of our family, I carry a small, cheap Chinese slicer, which I would have with me no matter where I'm at. So this would be business as normal for me. And obviously we could sit here and use our knives or whatever we want. And the same kind of simple thing. You just push it on the holder. This will save a lot of time. It slices it right down to nothing. Isn't that amazing? Just make a beautiful, perfect sliced potatoes. I'm only cooking 4 little small potatoes today. And ideally, when you cook a fried potato, you should rinse them off with water and let them sit in a bowl of ice water if you could. But we're outside, so we're not going to worry about it. This is just for a snack. Alright, see how simple that was? Alright. So I've got a nice little pan of potatoes here. I should have brought a lid with me. Is what I should have brought. What I'm going to do is, my hands are fairly clean. Didn't bring any water or anything down with me. I should have. I'm just going to put a little oil in here, enough to cover the bottom of the pan. And ideally you should have your pan hot before you put the potatoes in, but we don't have all those luxuries right this second. And try to spread your potatoes out nicely if you can. The lid would help a lot, makes them kind of steam when they cook a little bit. Yeah, I got a few too many in here. That's always my problem. Always cook too many or slice too many. All right, let's take this back over to the. So it's just about gone out because in that little short amount of time, I didn't push the wood in. And here, if you're working back home with, look at that, put in 1 second, it just took right off. Now if you're back home and you had nice hickory sticks or oak sticks or something like that, of course this would all go much, much faster and they would burn much longer. I'm using just junk wood that I found laying around, down branches. Like these right here, like hollow, there's nothing into them. But I have a couple little longer ones for me, so I get those in there. They might burn a little better. And the flames, you can see, are just about licking the bottom of the pan. Alright, the other thing I want to do, of course, is I eat all my food basically plain. I can't eat spices or anything like that, but I will put on some black pepper and a little bit of salt. I want to save a little bit of salt for when I eat. And I have something almost bushcrafty. I have a spoon made out of bamboo. It's still all dirty. A little spatula. My wife and daughter use it today for cooking eggs and rice. And when you're cooking with the rocket stove, now, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but there's a slight little roar from it when it's going good. And again, that little bit of time right there, a bunch of the tips of the wood already burned off. So while you're cooking, listen for the sound. And if you don't hear kind of a little roar going on, you need to push your wood in. Again, that's taken off again where you can just barely see the flames, which is just about what you want. So something like fried potatoes, the secret for me is to let them cook for about 7 minutes or 8 minutes without touching them. And I don't know if they're going to stick in this pan or not. There's a little bit of oil in here, and I move it around. It's not quite, the stove's not quite level, so the oil's draining to the downside. But if you can leave them for 7 or 8 minutes without touching them, then they start to brown up a little bit, and then you can get the whole pile to move a little bit, and you can flip it over or use your spatula, whatever you want. Alright. A couple more little pieces in here just for the heck of it. Now the oil's bubbling a little bit. Alright, well now the potatoes are starting to cook. Oil boiling, bubbling. There's a little bit. But every couple minutes you got to slide your wood in another ½ inch or an inch. and then I can hear the roar of the fire again. See, they're coming along. They're sticking a little bit though. Teflon pan would be nice, I guess, or something, but this is all I have. And I like this because it's real nice and heavy, real thick. So how does that look? Pretty bright. Oh, look, we got a special guest.
Hi.
My wife Marife came down to say hi. Hey, hon, you know you could.
You do that.
I'm making some potatoes on the rocket. Oops, on the. Sorry about that, guys. Making some potatoes on the rocket stove for the fun of it.
Oh, okay.
Marfe's only used the rocket stove I think once, and it used to be in a nice white plastic barrel, and she let the wood burn out to here, and then it burned my plastic barrel. She ruined it.
This one is from Alex.
Yeah, it's Alex. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Yeah, isn't that fantastic? It's beautiful, beautiful pan. I have another one in the hut just like it, but bigger.
Oh, hello. Ooh,
super heavy.
It's nice.
Yeah. What I really need is a lid for my pan, but I don't have one.
Can I check in here?
Do whatever you want.
Okay.
Here, take like this. Look at this here. Look inside.
Oh, no, that's nice.
See, nice fire, and then you have to keep sliding your wood in. And the beauty of it is, I've just used a handful of little sticks so far, and you know, say again, a quarter of what I would have used in an open fire. All right. So how you doing, hon? Oh, relaxing. Marfe's got a cough and a cold today, but.
That's cute.
I'm still going. But what? I've been sitting over here talking about other little things, but every 2 or 3 minutes you have to come over and slide the wood all the way in, because see, just that little bit. You've been sitting here, 2 inches of the wood burned off. But that way you keep a halfway decent hot fire on there, and it just keeps going. Just the tips of the wood is burning.
Hello, Dad. It's nice in here because the trees is getting taller and it's shady.
It's shady down here part of the day. The sun's coming in this way a little bit. In the afternoon, it's nice and shady the whole time. This is my personal space here, hon. And today I invited you down into my personal space.
Thank you so
Usually
much.
everybody just stays away from me here. And yeah, it needs to be cleaned up.
Yes.
And scraped up, the weeds up and brushed off. This guy here is making a bed here, look at him. Yeah. They always do, they always scrape the dirt up. Alright. Really drawing this out into a long video because of these potatoes, guys, I'm sorry. Starting to look pretty good. They're not browning up like I was hoping they would. They're still a little beyond greasy, I guess. The fire's out again. Shove it back up in there. And you wouldn't have this problem back home with your wood burning so fast if you were using oak or hickory or cherry or something like that. Applewood's another good one. Or just the stuff you'd find laying around in the woods back home. All our wood here is very soft, very, very soft, and it doesn't coal up, it just ashes out. Alright, well, I think the potatoes are just about done. They're soft. They're not brown and crusty like I would like them. They're sticking to the pan a little bit too much. I just shoved the wood back in a little farther. I'm going to let them heat up one more time real hot. And then I think I'll try to, my wife brought me down a paper towel. I'll try to soak up some of the oil. And this is just kind of an experiment. I've only cooked them down here a few times, but never in this pan. Usually a much thinner, real cheap pan. So I think it cooks a lot hotter, I think. But again, it keeps heating up and cooling down. Heating up and cooling down is not helping either. Alright, I'm back. This is what I wound up with, was a nice little plate of fried potatoes, a little soggy. The bottom of the pan's real nice and golden brown, but the potatoes kind of stuck to them. I have Of course, I'm cheating here. I'm close to home base. I have a warmed up plain double cheeseburger from McDonald's. And it's funny here, you order they don't have hamburgers here in the Philippines. You have to order a cheeseburger. So I have to order a double cheeseburger plain with cheese on the side. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to have a little snack here, a little lunch. Like I say, I never have lunch. I'm going to use my folding fork. Thank you, Alex. And I just want to say to everybody, thanks for tagging along. I know it's kind of a weird video, bouncing back and forth with different things. And my wife was real happy to come down and show her face a little bit. So if anybody's ever in the neighborhood, please stop by. Have any plans of coming to the Philippines, come by. Pretty soon we're going to have a guest house here that we're going to set up for people to come. They want to stay for a couple days here and there. We'll also have a bushcraft school if anybody ever wants to do any bushcraft stuff. Anywhere from free to reasonably priced, depending on what you want to do. Maybe just be in a video or something like that, more than likely. So please click like and subscribe. You can contact me anytime at BlindOwl Outdoors. That's our main email. It's also the name of our other site, BlindOwl Outdoors. But this is Blind Owl Bushcraft and Survival. This channel is 100% outdoor stuff. You're not going to see any travel videos of going to the beaches and stuff like that. Unless we're cooking maybe or something. We might have that on there. I don't know. But otherwise it's basically outdoor stuff, bushcraft stuff that I really enjoy. This is a channel for me. This is the stuff that I want to do. And I'm hoping eventually people will really want to see it. So please share our videos on Facebook, on Twitter, good things like that. Whatever you can do to help us. We really appreciate it. And that's all I've got for now. Thank you and have a great day. I know I am. Looking forward to some dinner. Take care.